Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Reverse. I'm off to the house. I'm off to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it?
Let's go. Let's hunt now. Let's hunt.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing.
Yep.
Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from that.
He's a man.
He can be a hit just like us.
He's a man.
You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud of you still on the field, man. Got some more ideas. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm off to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is not over. In fact, it's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It's our Throwback Thursday, and looking forward to having Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the show today. It's going to be a good one, so really looking forward to that. Got a lot we need to talk about basketball-wise. We'll save some of that for Kris. Rockets, man. Bobo. Head coach had a different tone last night. We'll talk about it when Kris Gardner comes on the show. We'll talk about that. Also, do you believe in Luka yet? Do you believe in Luka yet? Talking about with the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic did it again. I mean, and I don't think people realize how young he is. He's just on a whole different, I don't even know what to call it, level, dimension, frame of mind, different beat, different drummer, whatever it is, he's on it. And then the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, man, they got beat up on last night. Spurs got beat up on last night. Major League Baseball had a no-no last night. Good job by that young man. Happy for him. Also, Astros. What in the world? And I know everybody's going to say, oh, well, AJ, they didn't have Jose Altuve. They didn't have Alex Bregman. They didn't have Yordan Alvarez. Not a single one of them was a starting pitcher. Not one. Not one. The pitching over the last 5 games. Astros have lost, 5 in a row? Oh, pitching over the last 5 games has been horrendous. And I said yesterday, they're trying to hit 5-run home runs and 6-run home runs. They were down 6-0 by the 4th inning yesterday. That ain't on Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, or Alex Bregman. And it's not on the manager, Dusty Baker, either. Lance McCullers, Zach Greinke, Jake Odorizzi. Those guys got to pitch. Got to do their jobs. Haven't done it. We'll see if they get it together when they get on the road tomorrow night to go up to Seattle, take on the Mariners. First pitch, 9:10. And, of course, there's more Deshaun Watson news. So that's what we got on tap today. It's Throwback Thursday. If you want in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It is the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Attention business owners, listen carefully to this important message. Are you tired of struggling with monthly bookkeeping or always being behind? Maybe you're fed up with paying your CPA ridiculously high hourly rates for subpar services. At Finance Pal, we know your pain. We're small business owners who understand your tax and accounting needs. At Finance Pal, we take over your books and design a program custom tailored to fit your needs. Whether it's bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, inventory tracking, or taxes, we have you covered. We handle some or all of these services for one flat, affordable, low monthly fee. Stop worrying about your books and drowning in paperwork. Let us worry while you focus on growing your business. This setup is easy, and we give you the tools and technology to make your monthly finances streamlined and organized. Call now for a free business assessment.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hi, this is Sonia from Southeast Houston, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on 92.3 and KYOK.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I was just doing a little vibing, little grooving, little rolling with the flow. Shout out to Paul Quinn University up in Dallas. Shout out to all the alumni, current students, future students of Paul Quinn, rocking y'all on this HBCU Thursday. A lot of love to them. 1872 is when it all got started. Also, big shout out to Dickey's Barbecue Pit, giving us these free classic sandwich coupons to give away. Don't forget, if you're up in the Spring area, be sure to stop by that Dickey's up there. Tell them you heard it on KYOK with AJ and the lunch break. They're going to take good care of you. They got the spicy ribs. They got the regular flavor, sausage, brisket. They got it all. Pulled pork, they got it all. And, of course, they've got all the sides. So you don't want to miss it over at Dickey's Barbecue Pit. I'm going to let somebody be a winner today on the lunch break. All right, hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Dr. Washington.
Dr. Washington, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, I was invited to call this number to a meeting called the Power to the People political show.
Okay, yeah, that's not on right now. You're in the middle of a sports talk show, so we want to give power to the people here too, but we're talking sports.
I'm very sorry. I think I must have missed the time.
Yeah, they go off at right at 12 o'clock, and then I come on, and it's probably a big drop off in ratings when I get in here after a show like that too.
Very well. We'll try and tune in later.
All right, sir. You take care.
You too.
All right. And, you know, it happens that way sometimes, you know. Sometimes there's a little overflow from a good show. And, yeah, let me just tell you, they do a great show on Shiloh Radio every Thursday from 11 to 12. If you're not tuning into that, you're missing it. You are missing it. All right. Hey, Keith Hennick, I see you. Natasha Marie, I see you. and everybody else out there tuned in to the legendary KYOK AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and streaming live on KYOK Radio. We appreciate you like crazy. So, as I said, we got these free classic sandwiches to give away courtesy of Dickey's Barbecue. You can actually use the code to order online at Dickeys.com. That's Dickeys.com. Or you can call 866-BARBECUE. 866-BARBECUE. BARBECUE. Yeah, I like it. Dickey's getting it right. Dickey's getting it done right. All right, so a shout out to Mark. I want to shout out to Marita Gilcrease. Got to have her back on the show. Remember, she played at Ryder, coaches at Ryder. Young lady is an entrepreneur and author. Got to get her back on the show. And then we got an amazing guest coming up tomorrow. I'm real excited about our guest tomorrow, April M. Green, going to be on the show tomorrow. Oh, man, just get ready. Just get ready. There's some amazing young people doing some amazing things out there. And I mean it. I love having the opportunity to spotlight them. Natasha Marie's another one that I got to get her on the show. But she's a part of that amazing lineup on the Not So Christian in Me show. Comes on Saturdays. And, man, I got a chance to be a guest co-host on that show. And I just I felt like I was right at home. I felt like I was right at home. I didn't want to go. Show was over. I'm like, yo, what are we doing now? If somebody had said something about going to get something to eat, I'd still be sitting there eating. Like, yo, man, I just love you guys. Just like to be in y'all's presence. So big shout out to Larry Scott, his wife Denise, Natasha Marie, and the whole crew doing great things on the Not So Christian in Me show on Saturdays. Okay, don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right, so let's see. Sports. Astros. Where are my baseball people at? CJ Wright, I see you there. What's going on, CJ? CJ, I think this barbecue at Dickey's is better than the barbecue in Memphis. I know y'all think y'all got good barbecue up there in Memphis. We got to have a barbecue battle today. You repping the best barbecue? Shout out to me today. 281-453-1000. Shout out. AJ, the best barbecue's at my house. I'm the barbecue pitmaster. If that's you, shout out to me. Memphis is probably I don't know, 5th on the list, maybe lower. AJ, why are you coming from Memphis today? I'm just messing with CJ. Memphis is that place where they do a barbecue sandwich, and then I think they put coleslaw or potato salad or something crazy on it. It's like, what are you doing? What'd you do to my sandwich? I take that back. Give me the sandwich with the stuff on the side. I don't want it on my bread or my barbecue. What are you doing? They do it different up there in Memphis. And where's the place where they use the yellow sauce, the mustard sauce? I think that's in some part of Florida, like Jacksonville or something. They use the mustard sauce as their regular sauce. Oh, CJ just ruined the show. CJ Wright just said, yep, it's so good. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. What are you doing? What are you doing? The potato salad goes in a container on the side with a lid on it. It doesn't go on your sandwich. What are you doing? Who came up with that? Somebody was having a bad day. They forgot what they were doing. They put it on the sandwich. They sold it, and here we go. Hey, where the stuff goes. Coleslaw and potato salad on your barbecue sandwich. Who does that? Why don't you put it on your ribs then if it's so good? If it's so good, why don't you slap it on the ribs? Keith Hennig, come on up to Austin. I'll show you barbecue. I don't know, Keith. I don't know. I've been to Austin plenty of times. Yeah, they got a couple spots, but I'm gonna say this. I'm probably gonna get run out of town. I got to take a break too. Texas is one of the most overrated places for barbecue. It's like overrated. Some good spots, but there's some other spots to be like, oh man, you're kidding me. You know, And there's people that claim they know what they're doing, but CJ Wright, LOL, it's the coleslaw. Oh, that's even worse. CJ say Vegas got good barbecue as well. I ain't never heard nobody talking about Vegas barbecue. Never. Like this is I was today's years old when I heard somebody raving about BBQ in Vegas. Shows, entertainment, boxing, but not barbecue. We'll be right back.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-633-1378. 800-633-1378.
Hey, Yolanda, what's up?
800-633-1378. That's 800-633-1378.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian to Me show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you. On the lunch break.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM and the queen of the HBCUs, Black College Experience, has checked in and she likes the shirt. My head just got 8 times bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, Keisha Kelly said, T-shirt. Keisha, I'm telling you, man, you just don't know how much your quick presence just sets me on fire. Tell my noob I said, yo. And Keisha, I know you've been around the country a little bit. Where's the best barbecue? Keisha Kelly probably knows where the best barbecue is. Stop with this Vegas stuff. CJ Wright says, for real, there's good barbecue in Las Vegas, I promise. Anytime somebody says, trust me, or I promise, I instantly begin to doubt. Keith Hennig went off the rails. Keith Hennig, I love this dude like I love breathing. Keith Hennig said Franklin beats Jack Stacks every day. Ain't no way. That's like telling me HBCU football ain't good. It just ain't no way. Ain't no, Jack Stack is the business. I'm just telling you. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me be. Leave me be. Natasha Marie said, you have to check out Wooten's, just like the barbecue and soul food. Wooten's. I don't even know what that is. What that at? Help me. Want somebody help me, please. Where's Wooten's? I ain't even heard. I was today years old when I found out there was a Wooten's. Yolanda Gale Ford, that's my bestie. What's up? April Marche, gonna be on the show tomorrow. April, you got to tell us where great barbecue is, even if it's at your house. Keisha Kelly said, T-shirt, hey, I love it. Keisha Kelly listed the barbecue. Y'all ready? Here it is. South Carolina, Birmingham, Tennessee, and Texas. Man, I just said Texas was overrated, except for Dickies. Except for Dickies, Texas is overrated. Texas. Keisha Kelly said it's a spot here called Pit Boss in Georgia. I got to get to Georgia. Georgia. I got to get to Georgia. I ain't been to a barbecue spot in Georgia. April Marche said, great barbecue in the SIP. If y'all don't know what the SIP is, you just don't know. She says great barbecue in the SIP. Keisha Kelly said Mississippi too. So there you go. Now, if great barbecue is at your house, speak up. Kevin DeGrunt, I know you can burn some barbecue. That's a colloquialism. That ain't like literally burning it. If you boil your barbecue, if you boil your meat before you barbecue it, get off my yard. Get off my yard. We're not even in the same life. CJ said, whatever. I have no problem proving it to you. All right, there you go. Get me some barbecue from Vegas, and I'll believe you. I just ain't never tried it. Someone forgot Kansas City. Listen, Keith, I'm just letting them talk. I'm just letting them do this because we all know. Those that know don't tell, and those that tell don't know. The best barbecue in the world is right there in Kansas City. We already know this, but let's let them talk. Keisha Kelly, yes, you do. I wanted to share AJ. I finished my sports activism and culture course with Chris Webber at Morehouse. Oh my goodness. Keisha, when can you call in? That number is still the same, 281-453-1000, whether it be today, tomorrow, Monday. Like you got a standing spot on the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you move folks out of the way. Y'all move over. Let her sit down. That's your spot on the show. We move stuff around. Keisha, that's amazing. Keisha Kelly is getting it in. She has finished her sports activism and culture course with Chris Webber at the Morehouse, not just Morehouse, the Morehouse. You know, Ohio State want to act like they got the rights to everything with the. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
You know, I had to do it while I'm sitting here thinking about it because I'll forget to call in later.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we just move stuff out the way for you. I mean that.
Thank you.
Keisha, tell us about this course because, you know, with everything going on right now, this is huge.
So the course that I was taking is a sports and activism course in culture under Chris Webber, and it was an online course that was offered for Morehouse. And I didn't think that it was offered to everybody until I was scrolling one day and I realized the course was there, a 4-week course that I took, and I actually finished the course with a 96%, which I was actually excited about. A lot of, you know, reading, videos, peer review, you're grading your peers are grading you, you're writing. So I had to get back in the swing of that because it's been like 2 years since I finished almost 2 years since I finished my master's, so I had to get back into that. But it was a really awesome course. Just to do that, I mean, I learned so many things in this activism course on my way to becoming a sports agent. So I learned a lot of stuff, a lot of things that I did not know. So it really was a great course.
Keisha, again, I just am absolutely amazed by you. For those who don't know, this is Keisha Kelly with Black College Experience, and you just heard her say it. She's on her way to becoming a sports agent and literally has been advising and helping and assisting and dealing with young people, you know, especially at HBCUs for a while now. And man, now she's taking those next steps to be able to help them professionally. And I just think that's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Now, is this going to be a regular course that Chris is offering, or was this just a one-time thing?
I think it's a regular course that they actually put in because I remember them announcing that he's going to come to. So it's a regular rotating course. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's offered, you know, through the university. I took mine through another class or another program just to get the certificate, but I'm pretty sure that it's offered as a regular course over at the university.
Keisha Kelly, Black College Experience, joining us on the lunch break. What was the biggest thing that either wowed you or surprised you that you got from the course?
I'll probably say, you know, just going back and learning, you know, just seeing all the stuff that actually happened, I'm going to say with Tommy Smith and John Carlos, like just going back and looking at those type of things that happened. For people that don't know, that's the 1968, you know, the whole activism with them raising their fists and just like actually learning about that and Spencer Haywood and everything that happened with the NBA. I learned so many things that I did not know. So it's just like, you know, activism has been going on for so long. And it's like, we see the things that happen now, but it just automatically rewinds you back to those moments to see, you know, these things have been happening 30 or so years ago. And so that was probably my biggest takeaways is being able to see that, you know, these people were standing up for what they believed at such young ages, as to where now, you know, it's like something has to happen in order for us to like actually move and shift on it. So that's probably the biggest takeaway, seeing that people so young were doing so many things, and it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, that you're so right about that. And that's good, you know, history on our Throwback Thursday today. I don't know if you caught Jaylen Brown, young man from the Boston Celtics. He's like, I don't have anything to say about basketball. And he just went in for a few minutes about the impact on what's going on, you know, up in Minnesota, what went on over with the, you know, young man who serves in our military, the way he was stopped and handled, and then even threw in the young black man that was just walking in his neighborhood and how he was treated by someone in the military. It was pretty compelling to see Jaylen Brown, a young man of, you know, young 20s, with just such insight into that.
And I think that's a lot of times that's what we're starting to see. We're starting to see a shift where so many athletes, and I say athletes of color, are starting to use their platforms. And so that's why a lot of times it's like, I can't stand LeBron, or I can't. It's what he does with his platform that, right, that catapults me to continue to support and continue to like I said, I can love a sport, but direction. What you're doing for your community is what matters the most. And we see it also often just too many things that are happening in the community to men, to people of color, that we have to acknowledge. We can't keep turning the lights off. We can't keep ignoring it. We can't keep closing our eyes. We can't keep letting people get off. And it's, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. We're tired of being handicapped.
Yeah, that part right there. And that's the thing. We can't just stick to basketball. We can't just stick to football. I can't just stick to sports. And one of the things that I absolutely admire and respect is the impact that the ladies have made and continue to make in activism in sports. The ladies of the WNBA have pushed the needle the way that they did it, and especially right there in your home state in Georgia. Man, I got nothing but respect for the ladies.
They are, and they're continuing to push the narrative, and they're continuing to make it known, and their voices are being known. And it's no more of people just turning their heads and acting like it's not happening. It's people are using their platforms every single day. And I say it all the time. I do. I have a little cousin that plays ball for UGA, and he's really, really excellent player. And of course, we expect him to be drafted. But the thing is, he's using his platform. He uses his platform. And so we're the cousins. I kind of lay in the cut. But you got to know I'm the cousin from the HBCU that's laying in the cut. So not just that cousin. So if you come at my cousin wrong, I'm just coming back at you wrong. And there's been times when people will just say something about, on the same line as Brett Favre, just keep politics out of sports. But that's all sports is, politics. And it's okay when you want us to just shut up and dribble or run a ball or do whatever. But the moment we start speaking up, and it's the table, we start to shake the tables a little bit, then you're bothered by it. And it's far time. We should have been standing up. We should have been making our voices known.
Yeah. Well, when we are the backbone to multi-billion-dollar industries and organizations and teams and all of that, and people are literally generating trillions of dollars in revenue because of our skills and our gifts and our talents. Yeah, we ought to have something to say, and we ought to be able to shift the atmosphere when it's said and when it's done. And I think people are starting to find that voice and that power, just like some of the folks that, like you said, have been doing it for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
Well, Keisha, what's next for you? What you got going on? What's the next step in your approach to becoming a sports agent?
Well, I do. I still have a course. So the course that I'm taking is becoming a sports agent. So I do got to come back and get week 4 in. I am traveling tomorrow, so I fly out to Shreveport tomorrow. Bayou Classic is still underway, so I do fly out to Shreveport tomorrow. And I'm actually working on some things behind the scenes, trying to connect some athletes to agents right now. So people that don't have agents, I'm actually working on that and trying to keep my feet to the ground and trying to just keep everything open to learning and just learning about different agents, learning from different agents, and getting everything that I can. And I'm possibly going to take another course. It's like a study guide to becoming an agent. So, it's whatever God says do is what I do.
I tell you what, I can't wait to that day because you're going to be a force, man. You already are, but you just moving it in that tidal wave is just moving into another realm. And just like you've risen to the top where you are, you will continue to do that. So I cannot wait to see that happen. And please stay in touch with us. Of course, I will definitely continue to follow you and your coverage of the HBCUs. Loved your coverage this past weekend and continued coverage, from stuff like the HBCU Combine and stuff like that. So keep doing what you're doing because you are definitely making a difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I also saw your girl get the award while she was in the booth. Dawn Staley, called her name for that award. I said, Keisha Kelly interviewed her.
Listen, I don't know what it is about these FAMU Rattlers. They hit it back to back to back. And so yesterday or over the past weekend, Tiffany did get the Dawn Staley Award. And then, of course, you had this journalist that comes over also from FAMU, Kim Godwin, which, of course, the National Association of Black Journalists. She made history yesterday as being the first Black woman to head ABC News and the first Black woman to head a broadcast network news operation. So we real arrogant right now in the HBCU world. I need people to understand we're gonna be real arrogant right now because we are turning tables, turning corners left and right now.
Yeah, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. So Keisha.
Absolutely.
I love you. I love it. Again, tell my frat I said what's up. Tell him that sushi is good for him. And let everybody know where they can find you and follow you, please.
So I am. I'm on Twitter, Black College EXP. I'm on Facebook, The Black College Experience. And on Instagram, it's Black College Experience. Of course, the website is blackcollegeexperienceinc.com. And then, of course, when we're going live, I always put that out because we are streaming on StreamYard as well. Stay tuned. There is talks. I'm not going to really say if it's confirmed or not, but there is talk about Black College Experience possibly moving to Amazon and Roku.
Girl, I almost shouted. I almost went in on my Holy Ghost dance. Keep us posted and just do that, okay? Okay?
I will.
Keisha, I mean it. I love you to life. I appreciate you. I respect you. I honor you. And I want you to keep soaring. I mean it. Please keep soaring. We can't wait to have you back, okay?
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Keisha Kelly, Black College Experience. Y'all know the deal. Y'all already know the deal. It's just one great thing after another. And she had one of the most powerful shows here where she talked about feeling like she ought to just give up and do something different. And look at her now. Man. All right, y'all, got to take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Throwback Thursday.
No, the battle is not over on our right to vote. The governor and lieutenant governor of Texas are leading the charge to suppress the right to vote of African Americans and other populations in Texas. The pending legislation is nothing short of updated Jim Crow voter suppression laws. These laws will make voting in Texas harder, not safer, and are clearly intended to suppress minority voter turnout and undermine the ability of local election officials to encourage voter participation. Let's mobilize and start a movement against this racist legislation. Let's call 512-463-0733 and tell them, don't suppress my vote. Vote against House Bill 6 and Senate Bill 7.
Legislative advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America Working Forces Claude Cummings Jr. agent.
Now, in-home or in-office do-it-yourself COVID-19 testing is available to you, and the results are 99% accurate. Save your time and be safe by avoiding the lines and crowds. You can test yourself and your family members at home. Test your employees at work, making sure your workplace is safe. Simply call Citation Bioscience at the number we're about to give you to order your COVID-19 testing kits. When they arrive, follow the simple instructions and send them back to us with our prepaid shipping. Results are ready the next day in 95% of the cases. And remember, they are 99% accurate and reimbursable by your insurance company. Save your time, stay safe, and avoid the crowds. Order your COVID-19 kits now by calling this number now. Pricing starts at $119 and discounts are available for larger orders. Call now. 800-247-8046. 800-247-8046. That's 800-247-8046.
Do you watch television? Of course you do. Then have you tried Dish TV from All American Dish yet? No? Well, now is a great time because we're giving everyone that calls today a 2-year locked-in price. Your rate will not change for 2 years. The clock is ticking. Call now, get Dish, and get your price locked in for 2 years and save yourself some money. Dish has your favorite TV programs, even Netflix and Amazon Prime built into the DVR. You can even watch Dish anywhere you have an internet connection. Plus, we've even got awesome discounts for the military and seniors. Oh, and one more thing. Call All American Dish now and we'll even give you a free Google TV voice remote, free installation, and free equipment. Don't wait. Call All American Dish now.
800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. That's 800-296-1302.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Hey, what's up? This your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it locked.
We over here doing the South Side. We doing the South Side on Throwback Thursday on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It was so good to hear Keisha Kelly and all the great things she's doing. I call her the queen of Black College Experience, Queen HBCU. She does amazing stuff. Just finished a great course taught by Chris Webber. Y'all know Chris. And on her way to becoming a sports agent. Y'all just don't know. If you don't know, now you know. That young lady is blowing up, and it's going to be amazing. Denise Edwards, what's going on? Big shout out to you. She's tuned in to the lunch break. Nicholas Hines, Desiree Battles. Desiree says, hey, Throwback Thursday lunch breakers. Silly self. Nicholas Hines, hey, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're just tuning in, question of the day, where is the best barbecue around the country? Around the country. Now, a lot of folks saying in different places like Mississippi, South Carolina. That Carolina barbecue is something now. That ain't no joke now. I'm just letting you know that ain't no joke. Birmingham, Tennessee, Texas. We know about Dickies. We already know about them. And then I'm going to throw Kansas City in there for y'all who don't know. And then CJ Wright trying to tell us that Vegas is popping off for barbecue. Trying to tell us they got to jump off in Vegas for barbecue. I'm going to need her to bring me some of that back. I'm going to need her to bring me some of that back for me to believe that. So I'm going to give somebody a chance to win one of these barbecue classic sandwiches right now. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. If you want a classic barbecue sandwich from Dickie's Barbecue Pit, be the next caller, 281-453-1000. I got one of these certificates for you. You can go try it out for yourself, and you'll thank me later. CJ says she going to bring me some barbecue from Vegas. I ain't going to say no. I promise you that. Well, AJ, you don't eat meat. I'll just put it in my mouth. I won't swallow. I won't inhale. Y'all silly. Y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me. We got a special guest going to be coming in the studio in just a minute. Real excited about him. He's got some great things going. A lot of y'all, you'll be seeing him for the first time. Well, y'all seeing him now in the background on Facebook and all that. But y'all heard him on the show, and you'll get a chance to put a face with the voice. And I'm telling you, man, yeah. I like what I'm seeing. Yeah. So, I'm just feeling. I'm just stalling. I feel like I'm the intro man. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage all the way from the UT Longhorns. It is Longhorn Keith. I'm sorry. The camera people are taking pictures of him over my shoulder. And we're doing promotional photo shoots and things like that. I ain't never get no promotional photos. Where's mine? I've been on the show since 2017. Ain't nobody ever took a accidental selfie of me. What the deal? All's my life I had to fight. You told Harpo to beat me. That's just crazy. Okay, all right. Linda J, did you get a promotional photo shoot? Linda J, where you at? Let me stop because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what was wrong with me. I'm just crazy. It's my water. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't. Please don't. Longhorn Keith, come get on this mic real quick. Real quick before I get in trouble, Doc. Woo, that was, my head is sweating. Just the thought of possibly getting in trouble. Like, you can just look at me. I'll sit down somewhere. I'm so sorry. Like, don't remember this tomorrow. Court of law, strike this from the record. Longhorn Keith, come to this mic, bro. You were told do what she say. Do what she say. Don't listen to me for nothing. Those two are the bosses.
Yes.
Boss 1 and boss 2. Oh, God, it's just fun radio today. Throwback Thursday, man. We got a new show coming on the network, and we're real excited about it. And it is one that is near and dear to my heart. I need you to come back this way so we can see you on the camera.
Okay.
And I know, don't get in trouble with your, okay. There you go. Y'all can see him a little bit in the background. Let me adjust my angle. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know him as Longhorn Keith. Keith, what's going on, brother?
Man, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And hello, family, all of my lunchtime crew. Man, I'm just super excited, man, about this opportunity.
Bruh, I'm excited about it as well because you're doing something new here on the show. On the station. You're coming with your own talk show. And what are you going to be talking about?
So my passion, man. So my passion is coffee. I love coffee, and it's what I've been doing for the last.
Hold on, that mic is kind of low. Let's do this. Okay. You take that one.
Okay.
And let me get this one, and I'll put it back when Kris Gardner comes in. Okay. All right. So you're saying your passion is coffee, and okay.
Yeah. So my passion is coffee, man, and I'm passionate about this industry, and more importantly, I'm passionate about the people who invest into our community that looks like us, and more importantly, to get the word out about how all of those people are making an impact in this number 2 traded commodity in the world, and how we can monetize that.
That's the part right there that when you start talking about, I start digging into it, and I had no idea that coffee was, first of all, traded as much as it is and as profitable as it is. But I guess it really makes sense when you think about what people sell a cup of coffee for.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think every good conversation is centered around a great cup of coffee, and just natural relationships are formed around that. And I think when we talk about the dynamics of coffee, the first thing that most people think about is the Folgers, the Maxwell Houses, and the Starbucks.
Yeah.
But there are some dynamic people that are outside of those spaces, that are in a space that we call the specialty coffee industry, and even beyond the specialty coffee industry, which we don't control a lot of that market, but we have people who are doing great works in that community as well. And I want to highlight those folks. And then more importantly, see if we can get our listeners to understand or buy into what Black coffee really looks like, man.
And I like that. I like that because there are Black people that are involved in all facets of the coffee industry.
Yeah.
And you'll be bringing that to light. What's the name of the show?
Coffee with Keith, Coffee with a K. Coffee with Keith on Instagram. You can just go to Instagram and follow me at Coffee with Keith. I also have my sports Instagram, and that's Longhorn Keith. But by all means, if you could, follow me on Instagram, Coffee with Keith, Coffee with a K. And then also listen to us Saturday, man. Our inaugural show will be Saturday. I've got a phenomenal guest. It's her first time, obviously, being on the show, and I'm excited about her because what she brings to the table in terms of her business, and more importantly, as a roaster. So it's awesome.
And that'll be Saturday
from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.
12 to 1, noon to 1. Good coffee with Keith, right here on the legendary KYOK AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and you can stream it live at kyokradio.org. It starts this Saturday. It's the inaugural show. Your guest will forever be the first guest that you had on your show, so be sure and let her know that. I'm going to be tuned in, without a doubt. And Keith, are you going to be taking callers as well?
Yes, absolutely. So it'll be an interactive show. We welcome all callers, and man, I hope that people walk away from this knowing, number one, being educated about different aspects of coffee they didn't know about, but then secondly, that they can participate by giving us a call and joining in on the show.
Well, listen, y'all know that number, 281-453-1000. This Saturday from 12 to 1, It is Coffee with
Keith.
That's it, Coffee with Keith. All right, y'all, Longhorn Keith, y'all know the deal. He calls in. We have some of the most intellectual discussions about various different things. And Keith, we now know that the military drill sergeant that was pushing the young man around, he got arrested, was charged with assault and battery. We know that the officer that shot and killed the young man, Dante Wright, she's been charged with second-degree manslaughter. It just seems like it's one thing after another.
Yeah, man. You know, one thing about that, AJ, is I always encourage my circle of friends, and that is, if you do nothing else for yourself, man, please get your mentals, as
Marshawn Lynch
would say. Go get your mentals checked, man. Go listen. Mental health is wellness for your soul.
Yeah.
And every time we intake or see these traumatic experiences with a young man being pushed around, it's important for us to check in and make sure, because I'm going to tell you, man, the longer you continue to see and feel some of this negative energy, and more importantly, you go out and see that same stuff in your communities, you start to feel a certain way. At least I do, right?
Yeah, no, you're not alone.
Yeah, so you got to get to a place where your mentals are intact and talk to somebody, man. Don't allow this stuff to fester, because it's been a traumatic experience for the last couple of years, man, to be exact. And if we don't deal with it, as I once heard a quote say, if you don't deal with your trauma will come back and deal with you.
That's absolutely right, man. I appreciate you, Longhorn Keith. Glad to see you in person.
Yes,
and
sir.
brother, we cannot wait till this Saturday. 12 to 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Coffee with a K.
Yes.
With Keith.
Yes, sir. Coffee with Keith.
Hold that cup up, man.
Yes, sir. It's my K on there, man.
I like it, bro. I need some merch, man. I need some merch, brother.
You got it, brother.
All right, and listen, if he wasn't a Longhorn fan, I would just hug him. But I got to keep some distance with him. Keith, you be safe out there, brother.
You too, man.
All right. That is a good brother, man. Bless you, man. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. Y'all be sure and support him. Y'all be sure and follow him. Let me switch mics back, and y'all be sure and support him and follow him. Keep up with all the amazing things that he's doing. Again, the family here at KYOK is just absolutely growing, and we are excited about that. Hey, I'm going to throw this out there. If you got a talk show idea that you want to get on the air, get with me. Get with me. Brother reached out to me. We were able to make it happen. You already know how I feel about the Not So Christian in Me show. I absolutely love Shiloh Radio. I absolutely love Dr. Sylvia Cole and Call to Inspire, Walt Baby Love and Gospel Tracks, all those shows right here. And who knows, you could be next. So if you're interested, hit me up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000 if you got a show idea that you want to bring to KYOK. All right, let me get ready to get this first hour on the books, get the second hour underway right here on the Legendary KYOK. I've been so caught up. I don't know. Did somebody call and get the certificate for the free barbecue sandwich? If you didn't, call me now, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. I got a certificate for a classic barbecue sandwich at Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Again, you just be the next caller, and it's yours. All right? We'll be right back, second hour, right after this.
Legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this holler, we the Miami Heat of football.
Yeah.
The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from that. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Alzheimer's impacts half of all Black families. HSC is investing in a research study to find out why. To join, please visit blackalzbrainstudy.com or call 817-735-2963. It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, April 15th, 2021. Number 1, Morris Hall. The man with George Floyd on the evening of May 25th, 2020, appeared in court Wednesday to invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege. The defense sought to call as a witness the man who was in the passenger seat of the car on the day of George Floyd's death. Judge Peter Cahill ruled Hall would not be called as a witness in the show and trial. Number 2, in 2006, Buffalo police officer Carol Horn stopped her partner's chokehold on a Black man who was handcuffed. Horn was fired mere months before she was eligible to receive her pension. Well, Tuesday, the New York State Supreme Court vacated a previous ruling upholding her firing. She will now receive her full pension with back pay and benefits. Number 3, governors from both sides of the aisle expressed frustration over the temporary pause of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The leaders say the decision to pause the one-shot vaccine was done too quickly and could negatively affect public confidence in the shots. In response to the criticism, the White House and senior federal regulators insisted its priority is to ensure the vaccines are safe and that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine represents only 5% of the total supply. Number 4, Officer Rustin Chesky, the white officer who paralyzed 29-year-old Jacob Blake after shooting him in the back 7 times, returned to work from administrative leave without facing any disciplinary action. According to a statement released Tuesday by Kenosha Police, Chesky was found to have acted within policy. Last August, Chesky fired 7 rounds at Mr. Blake's back and side as his children sat in the back of his SUV. Number 5, as digital currencies continue to get more mainstream attention, the world's central banks are tapping into a more familiar source and buying up lots of gold. Right now, the US dollar is the world's de facto global currency, but central banks bought $15.7 billion worth of gold so far. This is great news for Africa, which once led global gold production for a century and extracted about half the bullion mined to date. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. You are special because God says you are. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with George Wallace as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Black Voters Matter, and the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
Y'all, that was Sybil Wilkes and what you need to know. But right now, we shifting gears. We're talking about the brother like no other, Mr. Houston Round Ball Review. Kris Gardner. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
That was good, brother.
Hey,
the check is in, I don't know, the account, Zelle, Cash App. I might get into that stuff that came out yesterday on the NASDAQ. I don't know what that is either, but, cryptocurrency is where it's at, apparently. So,
man, digital currency is where it is at. I've actually invested in a little bit of it. I can't get into it where it is now, but I try and get me a little piece here, a little piece there, and keep the portfolio diversified.
I need to talk to you about that, brother, because I'm looking to do something about that too. So,
Absolutely. I'll be more than happy to help any way I can.
Sounds good. And here in Sybil Wilkes, one of the contributors was the AKAs.
Yeah.
Right.
You check that out.
So that's cool. Part of my family will love that. My cousin, my twin cousin, we're like twins. And aunties will like it. My mama won't like it because she's a Delta, but it's all good though. It's it's all in the family. So yeah.
Yeah. My mother was an AKA as well, and tripped out thing. My son, youngest son, came home talking about he had pledged Alpha. I was like, wow, man, it's a shame that your financial aid just stopped like that because I'm a Kappa. I'm a noob, so it's a shame your financial aid stopped like that. You better call them Alphas. But anyway, I'm glad to see the Divine Nine supporting Sybil Wilkes like they do, because she is definitely one of those voices that needs to be heard. Yours is also one of them, man. I want to appreciate you on not just your sports coverage, but just your coverage on the various different things that have been going on against our community, not just in our community, but against our community around the country, man. What have been your thoughts?
Well, to paraphrase from Denzel playing Brother Malcolm in Malcolm X, before anything,
yeah,
I am black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else, and I am unapologetically black.
Yep.
Some folks don't like it. To those folks, I don't care.
Yep.
I'm not going to change who I am.
Yep.
I've been on this earth, been blessed to be 49 years. Some of us haven't lived to be 49. Some of us were killed when they were 20. So I am not apologizing for who I am. What I say, how I say it, is as long as I have breath in my body, I will continue saying it, standing up for what I believe is right. And that's where we are. Yeah. And that's part of what makes the Houston Round Ball Review the Houston Round Ball Review.
Yep.
And that ain't going to change.
Yeah, no, brother. I am 100% with you times 1,000, because, people always tell me, hey, well, in fact, I got a text message earlier that, hey, Mr. Malcolm X of sports, I'm surprised you have not talked about the different issues going on today. And I'm thinking, like, where you been, Doc? I've been all on them, but hey, if that's the worst insult you can come up with, I'll take it.
Yeah, I wear that with pride.
Yeah.
Because it should bother you that we're still talking about it. It should bother that person that it still happens every day.
Yep.
And the fact that you have to look away and try to throw what you think is some smart remark at you, AJ, that's on you. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
Because if you refuse to acknowledge that there is a problem in this country and in this world, that's why this stuff continues to happen.
Yep.
Because the folks who should be held accountable are not held accountable.
Yeah.
Period. Bottom line.
And Kris, I am with you again, 100%. And I mentioned to Keisha Kelly, Black College Experience, who was on the show. You got to have her on your podcast, man. She's amazing. I had her on the show, and I asked her if she caught Jaylen Brown following the Celtics win. His comments were like, I ain't got nothing to talk about basketball related. And then he just went in about what's going on. Dante Wright, what young man up in the other young man that was being pushed around by a military drill sergeant. And of course, the young man in uniform being just unexcusably abused by some crazed, steroided up racist officer and his partner, who is still on the force. I was blessed, man. I was blessed by Jaylen Brown saying, hey, listen, this is what's on my mind. Not these basketball questions.
Know your worth.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And I go back to it. It should bother everyone what's happening to people that look like me and you, AJ.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't bother you, then you are part of the problem.
Well,
period. And you continue to just prove our point that to you, Black lives don't matter.
And that's why when everybody was on that whole, no, all lives matter. Well, okay.
Okay, well, if it does, then it should bother you then. What's happening to us? You're just proving our point right there. The fact that it doesn't matter to you. So go ahead and take your bow. You proved our point. Step aside.
Keisha Kelly just finished taking a sports activism class taught by Chris Webber at Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked about, of course, the legendary activists during the Olympics and others, and how it was just eye-opening that really sports and activism have been walking hand in hand for a long, long time. And it really kind of brings to light the other people in our generation today that are choosing to speak up and not be silenced. Folks will hate LeBron James forever. I will always respect and appreciate him for not being silent and not just sticking to basketball.
And to the folks who say, well, I just want to watch sports. Politics shouldn't be in sports. Why is the anthem played before every sporting event? Well, I could just give you logic. Try to talk to you logically about it. Politics been in sports forever. Why weren't black people allowed to play pro baseball for years? Why was there a quota in basketball for years? I mean, come on. Why was society thinking that black men were not smart enough to play quarterback for years in the NFL? Come on. I mean, this is just ridiculous. You are choosing to ignore what's right in front of your face.
Yeah. I spit out to him yesterday. David Grubb and Rob Parker and others have put together a great podcast and media organization covering young black people in baseball. And they threw out there about William Clarence Matthews, who could have integrated baseball back in 1908, but they blocked it. And it wasn't until 1947 that it happened. Now, A, they shouldn't have blocked it back then. B, look at that long gap between when it was okay and it wasn't even okay then. It's just, I applaud folks that are bringing the truth to light and not just accepting what we've been told and been taught all these years.
And David Grubb is another person I need to hook up with. Me and him haven't this year talked about it last year about meeting up, chatting on Twitter. We got to get together. Because he's doing big things too, and I'm part of that too. So for sure.
Man, that's why I said, man, I sent that message out to you and David and to Willie Gibson, man. I love you, brothers, man. I need y'all safe, but also need y'all excelling, man. Don't shrink back. Just keep growing, because man, our voices will be heard. We're not stuck to the big three: ABC, NBC, and CBS. We're not even stuck to the next tier of Fox and FS1 and all these others. Bro, we got platforms that will be heard, will be found, will be known, and I need y'all blowing them up, man. I need y'all blowing them up because y'all are amazing brothers with a lot to say.
Appreciate that. And the technology is here for people who have positive things to say, even negative things to say, unfortunately, to share what you think.
Yep.
Technology is there. The platforms are there. I'm going to use it. Will's going to use it. David's using it.
Yep.
And we're going to continue speaking our truth, speaking truth to power. And I know, and they know, and some folks won't like it. To those folks, don't care.
Yep.
Doesn't change the truth. You can ignore it, close your eyes, turn your head, whatever. Doesn't change the truth. Doesn't change what's going on in the real world.
That's it. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, man, I gotta tell you, one slipped by me. I said, like in the middle of the night, I said, how did I miss Ben McLemore leaving the Rockets and ending up with the Lakers? I said, man, I got to ask Kris Gardner that when he comes on the show. So we'll be right back with that on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Hey, if you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or text me, 832-403-5005. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
A Attention business owners, listen carefully to this important message. Are you tired of struggling with monthly bookkeeping or always being behind? Maybe you're fed up with paying your CPA ridiculously high hourly rates for subpar services. At Finance Pal, we know your pain. We're small business owners who understand your tax and accounting needs. At Finance Pal, we take over your books and design a program custom tailored to fit your needs. Whether it's bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, inventory tracking, or taxes, we have you covered. We handle some or all of these services for one flat, affordable, low monthly fee. Stop worrying about your books and drowning in paperwork. Let us worry while you focus on growing your business. This setup is easy, and we give you the tools and technology to make your monthly finances streamlined and organized. Call now for a free business assessment.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Yeah, KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all. Hang on. Let me clear my throat. Throwback Thursday. Right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. You know what that means. That means Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. HoustonRoundballReview.com. Be sure and follow him. I love what he says. Local name, national perspective. I like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hey, listen. So how did I miss the Ben McLemore deal? Was that me? Or did that happen in the middle of the night?
No.
We got rid of him and they picked him up. What I miss?
Yeah, the Rockets agreed to waive him, give Ben a chance to get on a playoff team, get a chance to shine in the postseason. And Coach Silas said a day or so before Ben was waived that it was best for the organization because the Rockets for the most part are going younger.
Yeah.
And Ben wasn't going to play a lot with the youth movement, so they decided to mutually part. And one of the things Coach Silas did say was he hoped Ben would sign with a good playoff team with a chance to win a championship. Well, the Lakers they matched that definition. So
yep.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, he's actually been playing well over there, so I'm happy.
He's getting consistent minutes, which he wasn't going to get here.
Right. Okay, so that being said, last night Coach Silas had a little different tone post game about the guys getting off to a slow start and then trying to play better in the second half. Said you can't win like that. What did you hear, and what do you see?
I really don't understand. Since they beat the Mavericks, and hell, the Mavericks didn't shoot well. Obviously, they only scored 93 points in that game. The Rockets won, but the Rockets won with defense. Since then, the Rockets' defense, I'm not sure, could stop me and you, especially in the first half specifically. Their defense has been awful. I mean, just flat out awful.
Yeah,
they trailed by 20, 19, 20 at halftime. It's as if they think they're a good team where they can spot the opponent a big lead and then come back in the second half and win. Y'all aren't a good team. Y'all are definitely not good enough to spot a team 20 points and then come back and win.
Yeah.
It's good that y'all cut it to 5 or 6. You still lose. The second, Steven Silas said it. Everybody can see it. The difference between the first quarter and the third quarter, we all see it. You see it. I see it. Anyone watching the games can see it. That's effort. So I don't understand. I'm just these last 3 or 4 games. Why are y'all playing like it's 2 halves or 2 different games?
Yeah.
I just y'all aren't that good to do that.
Yeah.
Y'all are good enough to half step.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense is just awful.
Yeah. The
turnovers are part of it, but you cannot run transition, score easy buckets if you don't get stops on a consistent basis. They are really, really stinking in the first half. And then like at halftime, the previous 2 games, I was the one asking Coach Silas, what adjustment did you make at halftime? I didn't do it last night. He was asked questions. We didn't make any adjustments. We played harder. Well, that's on the players.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some fans will say, well, it's up to the coach to put in players, blah, blah, make them play harder. These are pros.
Right.
These guys are getting paid to do this. effort should not be a problem.
Right.
John Wall said in post game, and I got no problem plugging my channel. Go to YouTube channel, Houston Roundball Review, and listen to what John said. Play hard for 48 minutes. That should not be an issue. If you miss shots, okay, you're not gonna make 100% of your shots. Who does that? But if you don't play hard for 48 minutes, don't play hard every time you're on the court, that's on you. That ain't the coach. The coach cannot beg you. Come on, man, please, I need to play hard. Please, baby, please. That's not his job.
Yeah.
Effort. And you can see Coach Silas's IQ when it comes to the out-of-bounds plays. The Rockets have scored a lot on their out-of-bounds plays, baseline, sideline. So he knows X's and O's. So the injuries are part of it.
Right.
Effort should not be a question. Game in, game out. Come on, that's
right.
Come on now.
Right. Hold that thought, Chris. I got two quick ones I got to do real quick, and then I want to come back and want to dig into that because some folks got a false sense of hope, I guess, from that 126-120 loss to Phoenix. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio 1140 AM and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break. All right, we're back here on The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Had to get my DMX tribute in. We're going to stop, drop, shut them down, set up shop. Oh, no. That's how Rough Riders roll on Throwback Thursday when we got Kris Gardner from Houston Roundball Review in the building. So, Chris, again, appreciate you, man. Yeah, there was somebody that tried to just talk me into believing that based on what they saw in that close loss to Phoenix, which was textbook on what we just talked about. Got off to a slow start, played better, got it close, but hey, they lost. That gave them some hope. Okay, well, good. If that gives you hope, good for you. But it's still a teaching moment for Stephen Silas and these young players. Are there such thing as hopeful losses in your book?
No.
Okay. All right.
And the players tell you, because it's one thing, it's a cliche that media we like to ask: is there such thing as a good loss? You believe in moral victories? Play worth its salt? No, still a loss. And yes, they played well against Phoenix in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Okay, where's the carryover? That fourth quarter did not carry over to the first half. Last night was awful. Armani Brooks lit it up, 4 for 5 against Phoenix, came off the bench, 14 points in 14 minutes, scored 2 points last night. I think he took 3 shots, maybe. Not enough shots. He is, especially right now, probably their best 3-point shooter. So he needs to get more shots.
Mm-hmm.
John Wall was 0 for 7 from 3. John, that's not your game, man.
Yeah.
I don't want you shooting. You like Russ. Don't shoot more than 3 threes in a game.
Yeah. Three-fold.
That's it.
Right, not 3-4 together. 3-4. That's it.
Just let the other guys who are better point shooters than you take those shots.
Yeah.
But Armani's defense wasn't great. You know, he didn't get back on defense sometimes. So, you know, I'm an alum. He went to U of H. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You don't play hard enough. You don't play hard enough. I'm going to tell it like it is, like I see it.
Yeah.
Rockets defense overall, individually, man-to-man, stunk in the first half. And when you do a better job in the third quarter, fourth quarter, that proves to us, indicates to us that you could have done it in the first quarter, second quarter.
Yeah.
So that's a choice you're making. That's effort.
Yeah. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us here, Throwback Thursday on the lunch break. Kelly Olynyk continues to shine. Christian Wood is just...
Hold on. Hold. Kelly Olynyk did well in the second half.
Okay.
Last night.
Okay.
First half, he scored 6 points. Second half, he scored 19. One of the questions asked Coach Silas, did you make any adjustments to get the ball to Kelly more in the third quarter? No. He just played harder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. This is effort.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Olynyk is a skilled big man. We see it. But when you, like a light switch night and day from half to half, that's also on you. That's not a coach. I think Christian Wood had 25 and 10 going into the fourth quarter last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think he finished with 25.
25 and 15.
Well, game's 48 minutes. Fourth quarter part of that too.
Yeah.
You know, and he wants to be the man. He says he wants to be a franchise player, be a team leader, all those things.
Yeah.
Step up in the fourth quarter.
You can't go cold in the fourth quarter. That's where your money is made right there.
Yes, that's what superstars get paid. That's why they get paid the big bucks. Fourth quarter.
Yeah. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the lunch break. So Rockets are going into their next matchup. They got Denver coming to town tomorrow, 7:00. Not talking about wins and losses. What are you looking for? More effort or what?
Effort.
Okay.
Yes. Just play harder. Please. Play harder.
Yeah.
First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Consistent effort throughout the ball game.
Yeah.
Don't flip that switch. I mean, you're cheating the game if you don't play with effort.
Yeah.
That's bottom. And the Rockets last night began the stretch for them of 7 games in 11 days.
Yeah.
I'm tired covering them.
Yeah.
During 7 games in 11 days, let alone letting them play 7 games in 11 days. And if I can, I want to ask you, AJ, I think the Players Association and maybe some owners underestimated the grind of trying to get these 72 games in December to May. I think, because it was agreed upon by both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a money grab. We know that. But I don't know why they just didn't do something simple like a 56-game season. You just play interconference. Everybody plays each other. Rockets play everybody 4 times in the West. Teams in the East play each other 4 times. And you meet up in, have your playoffs. And then you have East-West representative in championship. They do it like that. Because this wear and tear, man. And the league says the numbers to them indicate that the amount of injuries is not higher than previous seasons. Well, it sure seems like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the ACLs are popping up. You got the hamstrings, groins injuries popping up. Okay, y'all say that, but it sure looks different when it's happening to stars.
Yeah.
When Jamal Murray got hurt, man.
Yeah, that was real tough, and sincere thoughts and prayers going out to him, because that was just a tough one to watch. But it reminds me of when the NFL was telling everybody, "Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with the concussions. They're not causing any long-term effects." And then of course CTE comes out and it's like, "Oh well, we didn't know." Now you lied.
Yeah.
So when the NBA says it doesn't seem like there's more injuries, I don't know if I believe you. I'm just saying, just me. I don't know if I believe you.
And that's injuries.
Right.
That's not taking into account some of the players who have tested positive for COVID.
Right, and the effects of that.
And still dealing with long-term effects of COVID, as well as Jason Tatum announced yesterday that he's taking an inhaler because he's having problems breathing before games because of his long-term effect from COVID.
Right.
Well,
Cam came out the other day and was still talking about the effects that he has from COVID-19 last season, like in week number 3 or 4 or something crazy like that. So, it doesn't affect everybody the same way. I'm tired of hearing the whole, oh, it's just 1%. And then, yeah, just stop. Just stop.
Okay, well, one of my classmates, she's still dealing with it. And she had it in September, October.
Yeah.
And this is April.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and she's struggling with it.
Yeah.
So, miss me with those folks. It's just the flu. I guess you should took that disinfectant, drunk that bleach.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When in doubt, drink the bleach. Kris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review. We're not serious. Let me correct that.
Yeah, please don't follow that.
We're
Please.
Very facetious. Let's stay in the state, but let's go over to Dallas. Luka Doncic is pretty good.
It's bad, man.
I just think, I never heard him before last night. Looks like he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's a wee bit talented. Yeah, just slightly. Yeah. And it was funny that I guess a month or two ago when James Harden finally agreed and said, yeah, there is some me and Luka. Yeah, James. Folks who said that last year, that Luka does have, you and him have similar game. Folks who know basketball say that. Y'all do have similar games. So thank you for agreeing with that. But Luka is a very talented young player. And let's be 100, he will have fans who look like him.
Yeah.
Watch him and watch the NBA because of that.
Right.
That's just reality. That's the truth.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely has that Tiger Woods draw where he'll pick up the casual fan who's not necessarily a basketball fan, but because of Luka, they're tuned in. In football, they talk about the game slowing down and quarterbacks being able to process and just move fluidly. Luka is on his own speed level. Everything just looks like he's determining what the tempo is, and he doesn't look pressured. He just does what he does. Am I seeing it wrong?
No, he looks like he's in control the entire game.
Yeah.
The game is in slow motion for him.
Yeah.
And for elite players, they get to that level. Everything just slows down for them. That's what separates them from good players. There's good, great, and elite. Elite players is a difference. There's a difference between elite and great.
Yeah.
Luka is on that elite path.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch unless you're the opponent. But so much talent, and he can pass, he can shoot. He's still adding to his game. So it will be a treat to see how his game continues to grow and develop in the future.
As I check my notes, 22 years old.
Yeah, think about that.
I can't. It doesn't register.
He was playing pro ball in Europe at 15 16, like that, and dominating over there against grown men. And for those who don't know, grown men do not like being shown up by young bucks.
No, they don't.
So for him to dominate grown men indicated then that his game would translate here.
Yeah.
And I forget the name, and I probably have to go back and do some research, but there was an American-born player who played overseas, and he was asked to do a scouting report comment on Luka before he came up to the NBA. And he said, Luka's ready. Trust me, he is ready. He is going to shine. He's going to excel. And because I was like, Luka, Europeans, blah, blah, blah. I know he's not my man Darko. I know he's better than that. I know that. But, that was that prejudice.
Right.
I said, no. Don't worry about that. He can play.
Yeah.
And once I read that, I was like, okay, I trust him. Even that assessment was kind of young, soft.
Mm-hmm.
He's exceeded those expectations.
Yeah.
It's just I enjoy watching talented people do their thing.
Agreed.
And he's a talented player.
On top of that, he had a very strong opinion about the play-in. Last season made sense to me for the play-in. You're coming back after the break, unfortunate break. You're only playing, 8 regular season games, and now you want to give some of the other teams that didn't get a fair chance to see if they can make it the ability to play into the playoffs, the top 8. This season,
And nothing. Made no sense. Made no sense to do it this year. The season's already too compressed as it is. To add more games for the 7th through 10th seeded teams, no. This made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I understand if we ever do get to a return to a typical NBA season, when you have 82 games and they're spread out, not so many back-to-backs and all those kind of things, it does generate some interest for the team trying to get to that 10th spot to be part of that play-in, But this year, no. I mean, like I said, the Rockets are not alone. They're playing 7 games in 11 days, and that involves travel.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it's not like it's a 7-game homestand.
Right.
They're going back and forth to get to these. Come on, these they're not robots.
Right.
As much as we like to think or forget that these are human beings and they do break down, they do need rest to recover, all those things, they're not getting that now.
Right. Yeah. I agreed with Luka. I likened it to you always have one guy in the group that everybody's laughing, the joke's still funny, and then they take it one step too far and it's not funny anymore. That's what the NBA owners feel like. It's like it was good last year. Now they want to stretch it out this year, and now it just doesn't make sense. So we'll see. We'll see how everything plays out with there. San Antonio, what's going on there? Why are we seeing San Antonio string together, 4 losses here, 5 out of the last 6? What's happening there?
Youth is inconsistent for the most part.
Okay.
And, I mean, Pop can only do so much.
Right.
Great coaches are great because their players play great consistently.
Mm-hmm.
A coach, any coach, male or female, they can draw it up. We can practice it, go over it thousands of times, scrimmage it, do 5-on-5, 3-on-3, all those things. In practice, it works a lot. But in games, it's on the players. I can tell you what to do. You got to do it.
You got to go do it.
You got to do it. And then you got to do it against people trying to stop you from doing it.
Right.
And the Spurs are running into those youngsters. Defense, turnovers.
Yeah.
Those are problems.
Right.
Those are typically problems for younger teams.
Yeah.
And that's what the Spurs are doing. Yeah.
I got you. Let's go over to the East real quick. Game of the season last night, 76ers in Brooklyn. Of course, Brooklyn, like everybody else, doesn't have all their players intact. 76ers got the win. Anything to take away from it, or was that just another regular season win?
Just another regular season game to me. And media gets into it, and we parrot that narrative. Boy, Philly sent a message. What good is sending a message if the other team never receives it?
Right.
So Brooklyn was like, well, we didn't have all our guns. Okay, next. Philly said, well, we got the tiebreaker. Okay. Like we can't go to Philly and beat y'all. Come on. We in media try to tell stories and build up stories and build narratives to draw up interest and get people interested and buy papers and click on this, that, and the other. April 14th, not a playoff game. It wasn't 2 teams with their best players competing against each other. Yes, it's a win and loss still counts in the win-loss column. But beyond that, yeah, so what?
Gotcha. Y'all's Boston Celtics seem to be starting to warm up. Should I get off of Brad Stevens or?
Well, you tell me. You tell me. You're the one who was tough on that man. You tell me what are you going to do? Is that going to change? Has this changed your opinion of Mr. Stevens?
I was going, you I respect. If you tell me leave Brad alone, I will leave him alone for a little while. But if you don't tell me to leave him alone, I'm going to get on him every chance I get. Overrated.
It's regular season. This ain't the playoffs. I have different assessments of players and coaches regular season compared to playoffs. Boston's goal is to win a championship this year, right?
That's what they say.
That's what they say, right? Okay, so come playoff time, if they fail to reach that goal, then they did not have a successful season, correct?
Yeah.
So there we go. Regular season is good depending on your expectations for that team. And I just leave it at that. Like the Pistons, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in their right mind had high expectations for that team this year. expect them to win 15, 20 games. That's what they're doing. They're playing competitively and losing. I think they're now 4-21 in close games this year, crunch time games this year, which indicates they're good enough to get there, but not good enough to close them out. That sounds like who?
Mm-hmm.
Sound like the Rockets. But
yeah,
before the season started, who had high expectations? Rockets or the Pistons? The Rockets. But who has now a worse record of the two? The Rockets or the Pistons? The Rockets. So which ones had a failure of a season? The Rockets.
Right.
Based on all expectations.
Kris Gardner just breaking it down, making it plain here on Houston Roundball Review. I mean,
well, thank you. I got my own show now. All right, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
I done gave you my show. I got to take a quick break, but when we come back, man, we're going to talk about somebody who is not here anymore, who I literally got on their page and said, can we have him back now? I'll tell you who that is next, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
In-home or in-office do-it-yourself COVID-19 testing is available to you, and the results are 99% accurate. Save your time and be safe by avoiding the lines and crowds. You can test yourself and your family members at home. Test your employees at work, making sure your workplace is safe. Simply call Citation Bioscience at the number we're about to give you to order your COVID-19 testing kits. When they arrive, follow the simple instructions and send them back to us with our prepaid shipping. Results are ready the next day in 95% of the cases. And remember, they are 99% accurate and reimbursable by your insurance company. Save your time, stay safe, and avoid the crowds. Order your COVID-19 kits now by calling this number now. Pricing starts at $119 and discounts are available for larger orders. Call now. 800-247-8046. 800-247-8046. That's 800-247-8046.
Do you watch television? Of course you do. Then have you tried Dish TV from All American Dish yet? No? Well, now is a great time because we're giving everyone that calls today a 2-year locked-in price. Your rate will not change for 2 years. The clock is ticking. Call now, get Dish, and get your price locked in for 2 years and save yourself some money. Dish has your favorite TV programs, even Netflix and Amazon Prime built into the DVR. You can even watch Dish anywhere you have an internet connection. Plus, we've even got awesome discounts for the military and seniors. Oh, and one more thing. Call All American Dish now and we'll even give you a free Google TV voice remote, free installation, and free equipment. Don't wait. Call All American Dish now.
800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. That's 800-296-1302.
Now the war is not over. Victory isn't won. No, the battle is not over on our right to vote. The governor and lieutenant governor of Texas are leading the charge to suppress the right to vote of African Americans and other populations in Texas. The pending legislation is nothing short of updated Jim Crow voter suppression laws. These laws will make voting in Texas harder, not safer, and are clearly intended to suppress minority voter turnout and undermine the ability of local election officials to encourage voter participation. Let's mobilize and start a movement against this racist legislation. Let's call 512-463-0733 and tell them, don't suppress my vote. Vote against House Bill 6 and Senate Bill 7.
Legislative advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America Working Forces Claude Cummings Jr. agent.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, live in Indianapolis Coast, and listen, you listen to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. Just got the report. Michael Jordan going to present Kobe Bryant at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony in May. That definitely makes sense. I'm surprised if not Michael.
Hold up, though.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's great, but Mike is so bad, so talented. AJ, he's also presenting for Kim Mulkey.
Ooh.
Yeah, but did you see who's presenting for Rudy T? You see that?
Who?
Calvin and Akeem.
Okay.
So yeah, the presenters list is. Can I read it out to you, brother? May I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Patrick Ballman, who is a FIBA executive.
Yeah.
He passed away. Russ Granick and Vita Divac. We said Kobe, presented by Michael Jordan. Tamika Catchings, presented by Alonzo Mourning and Dawn Staley.
Okay.
Tim Duncan, presented by David Robinson.
Okay.
Kevin Garnett, presented by Guess.
You know who I want it to be?
Who?
Stephon Marbury. But
No.
I know it won't be.
No, but that's not a bad guess, though. Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
Chicago.
Okay.
Farragut, Chicago.
You brought me back. I was trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to make the connection. Like, okay, yeah, Farragut High School. Okay, I got you.
Yes,
you.
sir.
All right.
Then Barbara Stevens from Division II school, presented by Gino Oriema and Muffin McGraw. Eddie Sutton, rest in peace, Coach Sutton, presented by John Calipari, Bill Self, one of your dudes, and Sidney Moncrief.
Hold on. They need to move Sydney out the way and arrest everybody else on the platform. As soon as they get up there, Sydney, come here real quick. And just storm the stand and arrest everybody on the platform. Calipari and Bill Self, they just clank. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digress.
And then last but not least, Rudy Tomjanovich, presented by Calvin Murphy and Akeem Olajuwon.
And those two make sense. I got you. If not Michael, then who?
For Kobe?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I was thinking Shaq.
Uh-huh.
And I think before Kobe was, killed in the crash, they finally did mend their ways.
There's pictures of it.
Because there was a time. There were nice words were not exchanged between those two dudes. But I think they did mend the fences. So I'll be good with Shaq, and he'd be funny with it too. So
yeah.
I thought, and I still kind of wonder if the Kim Mulkey Mike presenting for Kim Mulkey is a typo because I don't watch all the enshrinements, but I didn't know you could be presented for two different people. So that's kind of strange. That's got to be like an Olympic connection going back to '84.
Yeah, well, she ain't who she used to be, or maybe she is. Maybe I just don't know who she's always.
I don't know. I mean, Mike presenting for Kobe makes sense.
Yeah.
Mike presenting for Kim Mulkey is interesting.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's a player out there that seems to be balling. I shot a message over to my cousin them over in Atlanta and said, "Can we have Clint Capella back now? We miss him."
I'm sure they do. Fans do, but Clint is in a happier place. He's with a team who is utilizing him and maximizing his skill set because they weren't doing that here. That's real talk, man. They weren't doing it here. They went small. They replaced Clint with Mr. Covington, correct? That's when they went small ball. They got rid of Clint for Robert Covington.
Robert Covington, you're right. So was it offensive, and not even just small ball, but was it because you had to get shots for Harden, you had to get shots for everybody else, and there was nothing run for Capella other than the alley-oop and the pick and roll? What was it? There was no mid-range jumper. There was no sky.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Because you didn't have to run plays for Clint Capella. You could have got enough from the alley-oops, and he could. Many of his points in Atlanta are from putbacks and offense rebounding. So guys like that, you don't need to run a lot of plays for them. So they just did not like the fact that Clint was not a great mid-range shooter and a non-existent three-point shooter, and they started talking about we need more floor spacers.
Mm-hmm.
And Clint is not a floor spacer. So that was the impetus for trading Clint.
What's blowing my mind is he's protecting the rim a little bit. He didn't do none of that here.
That's true.
He didn't do none of that here.
And that is interesting because he has that ability. And, early on in his career, he worked with Dream. And, goodness knows, Dream was
raw, protected
the rim. The lane was closed when Akeem was on the floor. So I'm not sure why that really was not a part of his game with the Rockets. So for sure that was a negative with him here.
Yeah, it's almost like Akeem, breaks into the studio and says, "Hey, don't put my name with his." Because when you work with Akeem and that's what you come out with, it's like, what are you saying? What's going on?
Yeah. So, I mean, Akeem's worked with a lot of players. I mean, Akeem worked with Dwight one summer.
Yeah.
And, you can't tell. I mean, Dwight never developed a consistent low post game worth anything productive. So,
hey, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever seen Dwight Howard and Kwame Brown in the same place at the same time?
Oh, brother.
I'm sorry.
Brother.
I'm sorry.
Oh, brother.
I'm sorry.
I think Kwame Brown has put on a lot more LBs than Dwight has, man.
I'll sit back. I'll sit back and just be quiet. I didn't say that. Strike that for the record. Strike that.
You said it. Dwight knows where you are. He'll come find you.
Dwight, don't come for me, man. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I used to bump into Dwight and like more than once, which was crazy. In main event over in Stafford. He and his guys would go and bowl and do all that kind of stuff. Very personable, good dude. And in the locker room, man, he was fun to be around in the locker room. I really didn't think Dwight Howard was the problem here. And I also thought that the Lakers chose wrong at the beginning of the season when they let Dwight go and they brought in who they brought in to try and replace him.
Mark Gasol. And now Andre Drummond. Yeah, Dwight, he's a fun guy. He's a comedian. And some intense NBA, some elite players, they want Dwight to be more serious and take the game serious. And that's not Dwight. It's just not. It's just not him.
Right.
But then in the playoffs, this past playoffs, he tried to develop this real tough guy image and be the bad cop. The protector and push guys around, and to me it looked fake. Because that's not you, but
It's funny you said that. It's funny you said that because I noticed that, and it's almost like Dwight Howard was going for, and I'm going old school for a minute, like he was trying to go for a Rick Mahorn.
Yes.
Ended up somewhere between Mahorn and Rodman. Like stuff was just like, it doesn't make sense. Stop it. I don't know. I just felt
it's not him. Yeah. It's not his way. He's done a little bit with the Sixers too, but it's just not him. Some people, some players, that tough guy persona is them.
Yeah.
Rick Mahorn, clearly.
Yeah.
Maurice Lucas, clearly.
Yeah.
Kenny Martin, clearly.
Yeah.
Some dudes.
Yeah.
Yes, Charles Oakley. You just not gonna mess with.
Right.
You got it, Oak. No. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not messing with you.
Yeah.
Like football analogy, Aaron Donald. Nope. I'm not messing with you. No, sir. You can have it, sir. No.
The dude that said Aaron Donald just whooped on him unprovoked. First of all, if so, you wouldn't be talking. Second of all, people just don't walk in and just beat you up. I just don't. So, but anyway, I had to get that in real quick. We've been talking regular season playoffs. For some reason, man, Phoenix and Utah seem to be staying at the top of the West. Is there anything legitimate in where they are right now?
You said the two-word magic word, right now.
Okay. All right.
Right now, yes. Right now, they are legit. Right now. But right now, it's not the playoffs.
Okay. All right.
And I say that because they have not done it in the playoffs. Okay. If they do, then I will change my tune. I'll admit that I was wrong. I'm not going to be wrong because they haven't done it yet in the playoffs. That's the key. They have potential.
LeBron and Anthony Davis supposed to be back next week.
Yes, thereabouts, and there we go. They get ready to get healthy for the playoffs. They're the best team in the West, and I still say the best team in the NBA. Okay. Because, as always, AJ, remember, potential means you have not done it yet.
Yeah, right. So, all right, we know what's happening in the West. In the East, again, Philly and Brooklyn. Who's the sleeper in the East? I got mine, but they seem to be way down there. Who's your sleeper in the East? Like the more legitimate contender in the East?
Is yours the Heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Heat.
They number 7 though, Doc.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
But you said sleeper, so yeah, I'll go with sleeper.
Okay, all right. Well, long as anytime I'm locked up with you, I know I'm in the right place. If you locked up with me, you need to look around and call somebody. But if I'm locked up with you, we in the right place. We good. Kris,
I'm good with that.
Speaking of being in the right place, tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and check on all the stuff that you're doing.
HoustonRoundballReview.com, Houston Roundball Review on Instagram and YouTube, Twitter, a little bit different, THEHR Review. And we haven't talked about it much because I don't spend much time on it like I used to. The WNBA draft tonight, 6 p.m., ESPN, be another virtual draft. And hopefully next year be in person, but once again, be a virtual draft. Charlie Collier from the area, worked out with John Lucas, is projected to be the first or second pick in the draft. But so ESPN, tune in for that. And HoustonRoundballReview.com. As I say, brother, local name, national perspective.
Love it, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be tuned into that. I even said yesterday, I got to get me some of those WNBA jerseys, man. I need some merch. But I also said something, and we'll talk about it maybe next week when you come on. I think it's a shame that there's not a WNBA team in Houston.
Oh, bruh.
No way in the world. I ain't called no names, but I said the people that bought it, that let it go, that's just a shame.
It's a shame. And comments. I was behind William Stickney with the Chronicle. My site was the second most popular source for comment info in the country. So when they disbanded, I lost a massive amount of business. Yeah. So I would love for a WNBA franchise to return to Houston with legitimate ownership.
Yeah, legitimate ownership.
With deep pockets and knows what they're doing.
Right. Yep. No, I agree. I'm glad to hear you agree with me on that. Kris, thank you, man, as always. Look forward to having you back next week, and definitely appreciate all that you do and for being my brother. I love you for real, man. Stay safe out there, all right?
You as well. Stay safe. Love you. Love you, fam. Y'all take care.
All right, man. Kris Gardner, y'all know the deal. Right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let me get Sybil Wilkes on and get ready to go. Sybil Wilkes, of course, giving us our what you need to know today. And then, of course, Donnie McClurkin and the Donnie McClurkin Show coming up after that at the top of the hour. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you, and you know there's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize everything around you, be sensitive to everything around you. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, but the racism. All right, y'all take care, be blessed, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Families. HSC is investing in a new research study to find out why. To join, please visit blackalzbrainstudy.com or call 817-735-2963. It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, April 15th, 2021. Number 1, Morris Hall. The man with George Floyd on the evening of May 25th, 2020, appeared in court Wednesday to invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege. The defense sought to call as a witness the man who was in the passenger seat of the car on the day of George Floyd's death. Judge Peter Cahill ruled Hall would not be called as a witness in the Chauvin trial. Number 2, in 2006, Buffalo police officer Carol Horn stopped her partner's chokehold on a black man who was handcuffed. Horn was fired mere months before she was eligible to receive her pension. Well, Tuesday, the New York State Supreme Court vacated a previous ruling upholding her firing. She will now receive her full pension with back pay and benefits. Number 3, governors from both sides of the aisle expressed frustration over the temporary pause of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The leaders say the decision to pause the one-shot vaccine was done too quickly and could negatively affect public confidence in the shots. In response to the criticism, the White House and senior federal regulators insisted its priority is to ensure the vaccines are safe and that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine represents only 5% of the total supply. Number 4, Officer Rustin Chesky, the white officer who paralyzed 29-year-old Jacob Blake after shooting him in the back 7 times, returned to work from administrative leave without facing any disciplinary action.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
Are you ready?
All right, y'all. Man, that last story. He shoots a unarmed man in the back and comes back to work. No disciplinary charges. All right, I guess if Black lives don't matter, can we at least say our lives matter? Can we at least say that our lives matter? How about that? All right, y'all.